if you want to go to Rednote, by all means, go to Rednote. I'm not going to go to Rednote. I have heard bad things about Rednote accounts that are owned by gay people being shut down. These are things I've heard. People who are gay that have profile pictures of them and their partners having their avatars changed multiple times because Rednote is owned by the Chinese government. I'm not going to be on Rednote. That's really not my jam. But just out of curiosity, how is going to Rednote sticking it to the government? I understand that a whole bunch of TikTokers are like, fuck it. You want to take away TikTok because you think it's owned by the government? I'm going to go sign up for Rednote. And millions of people have flocked over to Rednote and made it the most downloaded app over the course of the last, few days over the weekend, whatever the case may be. How does that stick it to the government? If you don't mind me just asking for some clarification on that. Do you think the government gives a shit if you're on Rednote? If the government is willing to pass a bill to ban TikTok, which isn't owned by the Chinese government, what makes you think they won't pass a bill to ban Rednote, which is owned by the Chinese government? You're not sticking it to anybody. In my opinion, you're just wasting your time. You're going to go over to Rednote, you're going to form an account, you're going to realize that the Chinese government doesn't let you talk about everything you want to talk about. You're going to get pissed off. You're going to leave Rednote, get kicked off of Rednote, or just realize that the functionality of Rednote doesn't match identically or even close to that of the user ability, the format that you see here on TikTok. And you're all going to be off of Rednote inside of a few months. Once again, go to Rednote in mass. Knock yourself out. Go sign up an account, have fun, mess around with it, do whatever the fuck you need to do. But don't think that you're sticking it to anybody. You're not. The government doesn't give a fuck. And if I could put a PS on this, a little postscript, I'm not interested in sticking it to the government. I'm interested in preserving as much of my community as humanly possible. For whatever reason, I have built 1.5 million followers on this app. And I am not interested in sticking it to the government because they want to take the app away. I'm interested in making sure that that community is preserved somewhere else, which is why I've been working diligently to get it preserved over on Clapper. I've got 35,000 of my followers over there on Clapper have followed me over there and have created accounts. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in making sure that what we've built doesn't go away. Going to Rednote isn't going to do that, in my opinion. But if that's how you want to spend your last week with this app open, trying to convince people to go to an app that I don't believe ultimately they're going to like and stay on, then go ahead. I'm trying to convince people to come to Clapper because if TikTok goes down, at least I will have preserved the baseline of my community there and I can begin rebuilding it all over again.